Good morning from IJmuiden in Holland. An early morning, an early start, lots of us on board. This is the XR41, brought it to you from Düsseldorf Boat Show in January at the beginning of the year. We're now sailing it for Yacht of the Year, and we've been here for a couple of days and it's been honking. It's been blowing over 40 knots. So we've got one more chance to get out now. It's first thing, well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and the wind's finally died down a bit, so there were quite a few of us itching to get on board, try it out. So, the reality of sailing the XR41. And I'll remind you, this is X-Yachts in Denmark's new racer cruiser beast, and it has already proven very, very successful in the regattas. It's entered plenty of orders already. I think they're up to in the early 20s for this yacht, and yeah, it's kind of doing everything they hoped it would do, and certainly an ORC racer, and also this one in particular being campaigned and sailed and cruised two-handed. So if you didn't watch that tour from Düsseldorf, I would urge you to, because that was the boat show tour, whereas this is everyone got lots of people on it and kit and not the lighting and that sort of thing, but it will take you over the deck and what it's like to sail. Yeah, so it'll be a bit more chaotic, but let's have some fun. So you'll have to excuse the noise and people. We're now under motor and we're going to set up to go sailing as we come out of the port. But a quick reminder of the interior here, because it is crucial to the concept of the boat. It is a cruiser racer and it's been very, very well designed to be able to strip a lot of this interior and weight out. And this one in particular is a proof of concept. So you can see really they've just got the saloon cushions and mattresses from the forward cabin there, just put in the aft cabin. And this one in particular sailed, crewed by a husband and wife, and they sailed it to the UK cruising. Then they took those mattresses out and then they did the Fastnet race, and then they went cruising again afterwards. And that's what X-Yacht wanted when they developed the boat, was a genuine cruiser racer. And those that want to race it harder, most of what you see can be removed. So all of the furniture essentially, and a lot of work went into making that easy to do. So these saloon tables, for example, just on thumb screws, take that one screw off and that table lifts off and there's just a crash bar underneath. So you can take out around 350, 400 kilos, I think, in furniture alone. And otherwise it's just a sort of tried and tested format really for cruiser racing. So you know, double cabin aft with a sort of pipe cut section to it, as this one has set up here on the port side. Again, look at the boat show version for the cleaner look of it without sails and bags on it. But these work really well. Again, the cushion's taken off at the moment, but that's a nice sea deck foam on it for when they are taken off. That also raises up, cants up, so then you have essentially a pipe cot, both lower and upper, and that is the backrest when it's not like that. And in this format you can use it to stash your bags in when you're going to be at heel. Below my feet, the X-Yachts tried and tested galvanized steel grid, which takes the keel and rig loads. And then further forward, the reason they went for the forward galley format, which I think works because you get a bit of bracing in there, for a couple of reasons really, and that is when you're bringing sails down into the companionway, you haven't got a galley in the way. And also, yeah, just makes it easier to remove that section. So you see this whole sink module here removes, and then you would just use the sink in the heads area. It's also quite a complete boat as standard. So this comes with a Victron lithium battery pack and yeah, an induction cooking. They didn't want to have gas on the boat. double doors opening into a nice wide forward cabin. Again, benefit of a fuller bow. Yeah, big wide double mattress, mainsail going up. Some storage below that as well. But yeah, being able to clear this out, because you know the real racing crews will go for a retrieval system for the spinnaker. So come down through that big forward hatch, and it'll be on a line retrieval, which goes from right forward to a pad eye right back aft. In fact, behind the bulkhead of that aft cabin, they put one right back in the locker back there, so you get the full run of the boat to suck a kite through, either on a manual or an electric system. Just a simple little chart desk area somewhere to do a bit of passage planning forward of the saloon. So if you remember this XR41, as we head into the very welcoming skies and seas off the IJmuiden, was developed specifically to perform in ORC Category B races, and it was developed by a real crack team, including Jesper Radish and Bauer Becking, North Sails, Sea Performance, Surge Projects. Yeah, and it's already proved it. This summer it already won the Worlds in that category. So yeah, it's done what they said and hoped it would do. It weighs just over 7 tons, 7,150 I think light kilos, and it's a just over 4 meter wide beam. Some good Dutch conditions here. Straight out into it, it's blowing 15 to 17 true, and really ugly seas, just like leftover chop. Just come out of the breakwater, early morning. Tide is still running, luckily with the wind a bit, so running north, but yeah, the waves are all over the place. So yeah, not helping boat speed, but we're still making, by the look at 7.5 plus, 7.3 at the moment, you see on the top numbers. And we have got full main up and a 3.5 jib. So good sail area, and yeah, we've got 6 of us aboard. Yeah, these waves are stopping the boat a bit though. It's no fault of the boat at all, still moving. So a quick first impression before it starts lashing it down. I don't know what you're about to hear, trying to keep this protected. But yeah, as you see, we're still going upwind into some real choppy stuff. But yeah, the boat is doing, as I say, what they designed it to do, and it's quite an impressive beast on the helm. It's yeah, I mean, we're making sort of early 7s if you pinch a bit, but you can see we're deliberately keeping the sails more depowered, and keeping and sailing off a bit more like 50 degrees to the true wind, keep the boat speed more like 7.5. Well, we're at 7.7 at the moment. To the late 40 degrees to the true wind angle. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much into the performance figures because yeah, we're a bunch of journalists on board, not a pro crew, so I doubt we're hitting the polars. But a few other things to mention is how well the boat was and is set up to be either manually sailed or with hydraulics, and you can retrofit either in or out. So yeah, I mean, this one's set up for more for two-handing, but yeah, the race boat's set up with North Sails, helix systems with a lot of that load taken in the sails as well, and you can crank on a lot of hydraulic pressure on them, so you can get a full hydraulic package, including yeah, the Cunninghams, jib traveller, obviously backstay, outhaul, that sort of thing, which this one doesn't have. And you can even jack up the mast on the hydraulics as well. And I think remove the shims from the mast base during sailing. The Traveller itself is always a manual system. As I say, like the level you choose, particularly with the hydraulics, can really show the performance of the boat. And yeah, the helix sails, when you have them with the Cunningham on them, on the hydraulics as well, means that the tacticians essentially can get a lot more out of the sails, a lot more range out of the sails, to power them up and depower them using the structure in the sails themselves. In terms of sailing, see this, it's easy on the helm here, got a lot of power on, but it's a balanced helm. You can see how this, there's the rudder stock there in front of the Traveller, so it's a high aspect, deep rudder, far forward, gives plenty of control. It's a nice feeling on this helm as well. So this is the Downwind experience. We've got the masthead Jenica up, and we're in about 12 to 15 knots true, just avoiding some shipping. But yeah, you can see this is a powerful beast, but there's plenty of control for a single rudder boat. Yeah, rudder's nice and far forward, got loads of grip. Waves are all over the place, but you might be able to see behind me the wake is nicely released. We're planing along at between sort of 9 and hitting 10.5 on these waves, so some sport to be had. Slipping along. Quick tour, that one, quick sailing trial. Not glamour, grey, real. Anyway, do look at, I'm not going to do a full walk around, boats, lots of people on it, that sort of thing. So do check the Dusseldorf walkthrough for the various, going through the interior and deck and stuff. Things that impressed me, yeah, the feel of the boat, it is a beast, and I do think it's a versatile one. It is a true cruiser racer in that, you know, you can buy the boat and spec it up for how you want it. So if you're going to go more two-handed cruiser racing like this one, you can have, you know, this one's got the split backstay rather than have running backstays, so that's just on hydraulics, and then the rest is all manual, and then you can, you know, add the hydraulics and sails package that you want. The design is all been done, all thought about, and it really works, especially the deck setup here from the jib Travellers, and being able to really tune those, the deck leads, the thimbles, the blocks, where all the winches are, down to the decking, the ideal spot for the main sheet trimmer on the Traveller, all manual. It all works. It's really impressively thought, and that's what you get from putting a real brains trust into design and engineering of the boat before you start to build it. In terms of cost, it starts at 480,000 euros for a good standard spec ex-tax, and then if you want a sort of sports race ready boat, that's about 600,000 euros ex-tax, and then yeah, you just keep adding all the hydraulics and sails you want on top of that. Hope you enjoyed getting on board for a bit from a rainy, wet, grey September in Holland. See you next time.